He missed his grandfather's final years. Then received a letter that broke him. Welcome to Whispers of Life by Negaram. At his grandfather's funeral, everyone got flowers. Philip got a single envelope that read, "Open this alone." What he discovered inside would haunt him and completely change his life. Philip Brooks grew up on a quiet farm just outside Madison, Wisconsin. When he was only 9 years old, his parents were killed in a terrible car accident during a winter snowstorm. In one heartbreaking night, his world changed forever. The only family he had left was his grandfather, Henry Brooks, a retired carpenter with rough hands, a warm smile, and a heart full of love. Money was always tight. Henry spent his days repairing old furniture and his evenings working at a neighborhood hardware store to make sure Philip never went without food, clothes, or school supplies. Every Saturday before sunrise, they drove to a quiet lake with fishing rods in the back of Henry's old pickup truck. While waiting for fish to bite, Henry would always say,
"Success isn't measured by how much money you make. It's measured by how many lives become better because you were in them."
One morning Philip smiled and said, "One day I'll become successful and make you proud." Henry smiled back. "You've already made me proud, son." Years passed. Philip earned a scholarship to college and later accepted a high-paying investment job in Seattle. He moved into a beautiful apartment overlooking the city skyline and finally felt like he had achieved the life he'd always dreamed about. At first, he called his grandfather every Sunday. Then every other week. Then once a month. Eventually, the calls stopped. Whenever Henry invited him home, Philip always replied, "I'm really busy, Grandpa. I'll come next month." Henry never complained. He simply said, "I'll leave the porch light on." But next month never came. One cold November morning, while preparing for an important business presentation, Philip's phone rang. It was Mrs. Thompson, Henry's elderly neighbor. Her voice trembled. "Philip. I'm so sorry. Your grandfather passed away peacefully in his sleep last night." Everything around him stood still. For the first time in years, money didn't matter. His career didn't matter. His meetings didn't matter. He drove 4 hours back to Wisconsin. As he pulled into the driveway, he noticed something that shattered his heart. The porch light was off. For years it had stayed on, waiting for him. Now, it never would again. After the funeral, the family attorney handed Philip a worn envelope. "Your grandfather wanted you to have this after everyone had gone home." Philip waited until he was alone before opening it. Inside was a neatly folded handwritten letter. "My dear Philip, if you're reading this, I've finally gone home. Please don't spend your days feeling guilty. I understood why you stayed away. You were chasing your dreams, and every grandparent wants that for the child they love." Philip wiped away tears. The letter continued. "There is something I never told you. When you received your college scholarship, it wasn't enough to pay for everything. The rest of your tuition came from selling my woodworking shop." Philip's hands began to shake. That little workshop had been Henry's greatest joy. He had quietly given it up so his grandson could have a future. "I never regretted selling it," the letter continued. "Watching you become the man you are today was worth far more than any building I could ever own. I never wanted a wealthy grandson. I wanted a kind one." By now, Philip could barely read through his tears. Near the bottom of the page was one final request. "Tomorrow morning, go to our favorite fishing spot. Bring my old tackle box. Inside you'll find your real inheritance." The next morning, Philip drove to the quiet lake. He opened the old tackle box. Hidden beneath rusty fishing hooks was another envelope. Inside was a cashier's check for $50,000, made payable to the local children's home. Attached was one final note. "This isn't for you. Donate it in my name. Then spend one full day helping the children." That's the inheritance I want to leave you." At first, Philip didn't understand. There was no mansion, no fortune, no expensive treasure. Only a gift meant for strangers. Still, he honored his grandfather's final wish. He delivered the donation. Then he stayed. He repaired broken bicycles. He painted classrooms. He read stories to children before bedtime. Late that afternoon, a little boy walked over and quietly asked, "Mister, are you coming back next Saturday?" Philip smiled. "I promise." In that moment, a deep peace washed over him, deeper than anything he had felt in his luxury apartment. He kept his corporate job in Seattle. But something inside him had awakened. Every month, he now flies back to Wisconsin to volunteer at the children's home. He still works in investments, but he also mentors kids who lost their parents, teaching them woodworking skills on weekends using the tools his grandfather left behind. Above the small workshop he built for the children hangs Henry's old hammer and a wooden plaque that reads, "Leave people better than you found them." Every Saturday morning when he's in town, Philip still visits that quiet lake. Sometimes he smiles. Sometimes he cries. And every time he leaves, he whispers,
"Thank you, Grandpa."
Because he finally understood that the greatest inheritance isn't money. It isn't land. It isn't even leaving your job. The greatest inheritance is carrying the right values into whatever life you lead, and making time for the people who matter. If this story touched your heart, please leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it today. Thank you for watching Whispers of Life by Nagaram, where every whisper holds a lesson, every story inspires hope, and every ending reminds us what truly matters. Until next time, take care of the people you love, because tomorrow is never guaranteed. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.